Who's going to have a better record, the Broncos or Cardinals? These are two teams that they're really similar. When you look at them, they have two young quarterbacks that show a lot of potential and could be the future. They both have either through free agency or
Drew Lock sucks.
don't give me your bias stuff, friend. I'm trying my best to be unbiased with this
Oh,
question. So
Drew Lock sucks,
says
man.
the one with Derek Carr at the
God,
helm.
dude. We're
Derek
gonna beat
Carr.
twice next year, though. That's the
Derek
thing that's so funny.
Carr. Derek Carr.
Yeah, the guy that's gotten MVP votes. You know who never has gotten who has never received an MVP vote?
Which is awful, by the way, and it's more credit.
Russell Wilson.
I still can't believe
Yeah.
that's
So
true.
shut your mouth.
Russell
Drew Lock
Wilson.
will
That's
never
only
receive an
more
MVP vote.
evidence that Russell Wilson is criminally underrated and is easily the most underrated quarterback of his era.
Anyway, who's gonna have a better record, Broncos or Cardinals?
Yes.
No bias involved. I think the Broncos are gonna have a better record just because there's more winnable games in their division. They can beat the Raiders if they play well. They can beat the Chargers for sure. Anyone can beat the Chargers.
At least
And then
the one thing the Chargers got going for them is that really nice defensive backfield.
and even the Chiefs sometimes. You guys sometimes beat the Chiefs out of nowhere. Like
Well, if you look at what happened going back to last year's Monday night game, or sorry, it was 2 years ago now when they were playing the Chiefs, and if it wasn't for Patrick Mahomes busting out that stupid and absolutely irritatingly annoying left-handed pass to get the first down, the Broncos would have won that game. I still can't believe that happened.
yeah, you guys with the healthy defense next year will give him fits still. Like you guys have two legitimate edge rushers that are on their way to all pro seasons for sure. I guarantee it. So with Chubb and Von Miller, of course, I'm talking about. So I mean, I definitely would give the edge to the Broncos right now, but the Cardinals, I like what they're building over there. They're
Yeah.
they're looking really interesting.
Mhm.
So
These
keep
are
doing what you're doing.
these are two teams, both the Broncos and the Cardinals, I believe, will be seventh seed playoff teams this year. Either 9-7, maybe a 10-6. If they really exceed expectations, maybe you'll see an 11-5, but
You
then they
sound
won't
like
be
a
the seventh
very
seed.
hopeful Broncos
Well,
fan.
Blake, for once in like the last, ever since Peyton Manning left the team, I actually have a smidge of hope going to the season, and it feels good. Feels real good to actually have a little bit of hope, man. But we remember the old AFC West days in the mid 2010s or mid 2000s when they were all going 4-12 and just being awful.
Yeah,
Those
those
are
are
dark times.
dark days. That's when the Chargers were the best out of all of us.
Oh, imagine
Super
that.
weird.
Imagine. I remember
And
the
they're still
Broncos.
from San Diego.
Shout out to the Broncos with Tim Tebow making the 2011 playoffs to 8-8.
That was like probably the only year where I was actually rooting for the Broncos. Like for whatever reason, I'm not a religious dude or anything like that,
Tim Tebow, bro.
but I really liked Tim Tebow. That
There's-
guy, I don't know what it was. Like I
There's
was
something
rooting for
about Tim
him.
Tebow, man. It's so hard to not like Tim Tebow.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys that's just like a likable dude.
It's crazy.
Or you hate him too.
Or-
You can
It's
definitely
either
hate
you
him too.
love him or you hate him, but mostly you love him. And you remember when he got that monk haircut in part of his rookie hazing with the
Yeah.
Broncos?
Yeah, that can't happen anymore after the Richie Incognito days.
No, well, the Broncos, when Vic Fangio took over last year, he halted that tradition right in the tracks.
That's pretty much everywhere. You
Not
don't really
doing
see
that
too much
anymore.
hazing like that anymore.
No, that was like
They used to do some crazy stuff, man,
used
back
to
in
do
the
some
days.
crazy stuff, or at the very least, I can't believe I'm blanking on his name right now, but former Panthers coach, now head coach of the Redskins, when his first day in there, he took away the foosball table from the locker room. Teams aren't messing around anymore, and it's a way more serious league than for
I
how
think that's weird.
you think it's weird. You want
Yeah,
your
dude. It's
foosball,
just
man.
a foosball ping pong table, like just something to
No fun just when you
still
can.
still compete, You're still competing though.
You can't have fun when you suck. That's the rule. Only the Patriots can't have foosball tables. But then it's also Bill Belichick. They'll never have a foosball table. But this is a tough one. Both these teams definitely have potential. The Cardinals are building something really nice over there. I'm still a little hesitant on their defense. At least their defensive backfield is his thing. But Their offense is looking pretty good. They got the quarterback. They're building up the offensive line a bit. They got the receiving core. And Kenyon Drake was proved to be a solid running back after the trade from the Dolphins last year. So I think both these teams have a lot possibly going for them. And no bias. I just think the Broncos are more of a complete team just because of the defense. Because you can compare the offenses, but that defense is still a little more proven, and I trust Vic Fangio a little more as well.